And welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. It is a different vibe over here because we are connecting to the sign of Gemini for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Wherever you have that Gemini placement in your chart. Before we get started, DM my Instagram in the description below. If you'd like a private tarot reading, you can ask whatever question you want. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment below what video you want to see next. So let's just get right into it, Gemini. Again, for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements, wherever you have Gemini in your chart. Let's see what you guys are going through during this time. Okay, I'll take it. I think that's 4, but that's okay. Okay, so we have the kangaroo and the hummingbird, and the wolf and the bison. So the bison flew out first, so we'll start there. All right, the bison, abundance, success, and personal power. You're being guided to be flexible, go with the flow, and allow things to happen rather than force them. That just read me for filth alone. Universal opportunities are stacked around you. Center yourself and resonate with your core values, and you will reap many rewards. So Gemini, there's definitely a need to trust the process here a bit. The odds are not stacked against you. They are stacked around you. Around you meaning you have a clear path to get through, whether or not you see it that way. It may be a matter of seeing it that way. So let's keep going. We have the wolf, loyal, alert, and playful. You're being guided to lead by example. Be kind, compassionate, and have unconditional love towards yourself and others. Access your inner brilliance, utilize your infinite power, break free from any limiting paradigms, and begin to walk on your new path. So yeah, Gemini, it's definitely time to walk into your abundance, walk on your new path, and, you know, basically believe that you're on the path that you're supposed to be on at this time. I don't know, Gemini. It just feels like you guys may have a lot of doubt surrounding you at this time. Hummingbird, confidence, yeah, motion and adventure. You're being guided to be grateful for the many relationships in your life, including the one that you have with yourself. You possess the power to attract positive change into your life, expand and stretch yourself in new ways. Love yourself unconditionally, and the world will do the same. So Gemini, you know, honestly, there's an element here to, you know, really having that self-love for yourself and appreciating yourself. And I was just talking to this about, I forget who, one of the fire signs, I believe Sagittarius, but a lot of people think self-love is just about giving yourself a warm, fuzzy hug, feeling all the feels, you know, doing a face mask, but that's not all self-love is about. Just think about, you know, how you express your love to the people you love around you. You put time, effort, attention, energy into them. For an example, if you had a friend that wanted to be an actor and you saw, like, you know, some huge acting opportunity on a community board, you'd be willing to drive them there, you'd be willing to support them. If this is someone you love, absolutely. And you'd be really, you know, bigging up their confidence, making sure that they felt confident, and, you know, letting them know that you believed in them. Self-love, having unconditional love about yourself, is doing that exact same thing only for you. So when you see an opportunity, seize it, convincing yourself to do it, you know, being that cheerleader for yourself, letting yourself know this is a good option, going for what's going to push you forward in life. That is what self-love actually is. It's not just about the warm and fuzzies. So Gemini, first of all, there's this element of knowing that you have the personal power, because I feel like some of you guys may be doubting that you don't even have any personal power due to what the first card was kind of hitting out with the bison, which is like, listen, you're exactly where you need to be. Trust the process. You've done your part. Allow it to manifest. Give it some room to manifest. You know, let's keep going. Kangaroo. Stability, faith, and determination. You're being guided to take action and think big. Take back your power, leap over any obstacles, and build your desires on a solid foundation. Forge ahead without looking back and create emotional fulfillment while staying grounded. Being true to yourself and having faith in the unknown is literally the last sentence of the card. So honestly, guys, come on. That's really kind of straightforward. I feel like, Gemini, you're in a position, I feel like you guys are in a position where you've done your part, and it's just like allowing it to manifest from here. Allowing it to manifest from here. Naturally, you may feel like you haven't done enough, though. And that's completely understandable, but this is honestly like a clear-cut, you've done your part, you know, message that we're getting here. So let's see. That's crazy. We literally got 3 major arcana cards here. So we have the High Priestess, the Hermit, and the Magician card in reverse. Now, typically, I do not like to see the Magician card in reverse, but in this scenario, in this spread, I'm not mad at it because the Magician card in reverse is letting you know to go ahead and put your wand down, trust the process, okay? Like, you know, with a magician or, you know, with any sort of a wizard or sorcerer, there's definitely an element of them trusting that what they're doing is working. There's an element, you know, of the entire process where it's like, you gotta trust, you know, that you're doing the right thing. I don't know why the camera keeps focusing on this. That is like super random. Like, can you not? I don't know what to do. Maybe I don't know. Anyways, who cares? The point is though, you know, with the Hermit card, okay, so first of all, the Hermit, the High Priestess, I mean, this is clear as day. You can, it's not about crawling into your shell, but it's like, you don't have to go so hard anymore. With that High Priestess, do you think the High Priestess doubts whether or not, you know, she knows the facts? Do you think she doubts whether or not, you know, what she knows to be true? She's a very wise person in the tarot deck, and she has faith in herself, and other people actually go to her for counsel, etc. You know, it's really about not having to work overtime, not having to put in even more work. If you've put in enough work, and this could be towards your manifestations, towards relationships, friendships, towards, you know, work situations, towards career, if you've done everything and you know that you've done your part, there is an element of needing to trust the process, okay? And that's hilarious. We literally got trust very soon and keep an open mind from the romance deck. So, I mean, how much more clear can we be? At the bottom of the trust card, it says this situation is calling for you to have faith. Yeah, Gemini, you're definitely gonna have to have faith in this situation. I see things manifesting, but it's like divine timing definitely matters as well. So many missed opportunities come from the timing being off. So many situations could turn out so much better if the timing was just ever so slightly different. Have you ever like heard of like someone like, yeah, I was driving and I let someone over in my lane, or someone cut me off, but that person ended up getting, you know, into an accident or something like that, like those freak, you know, kind of accident things. It's okay, that's a little extreme, but it's that same kind of concept where it's like one moment off and this whole thing is all null and void. Allow this to just happen in divine timing. Don't try to force it to happen now because you want it now, because it may be absolutely useless to you at this very moment. Allow things to just move and shake on your behalf, but I'm really feeling the support of the universe with you, Gemini. I really am. Very soon. At the bottom of this card, it says, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So if you haven't been working on anything, if you haven't been, you know, trying to manifest anything at all, or working on any life purpose stuff, career improvement, anything, this is the perfect time to start. It's never really too late. You can always get something out of life, so why not try? Clearly decide what it is that you want. You all know my favorite way is pen to paper. That's the way I sort through my own thoughts. I have to talk it out, I have to write it out. That's just how it works for me. So yeah, that's what I recommend. Write out exactly what you want. And then we have keep an open mind. This is interesting. Your soulmate may differ from your typical type or expectations, is what it says at the bottom of that card, which is just so, I mean, it actually makes sense, especially if you've been trying to manifest love, because you may not even see this person in front of you because you don't feel like this is the person that you've been manifesting, but it definitely is. Let's keep going. Let's see what else we get for Gemini during this time. Okay, if these ones wanted to come out. Ooh. Okay, so we have orphaned, the tribe, and no place like home, Gemini. I feel like you guys are between worlds. It's like you have one foot in the door, one foot out of the door. I was just checking to see if the between worlds was like at the bottom of the deck or anything, because there is a between worlds cards in this deck. But you know, honestly, I feel like you guys are one foot in, one foot out. So there's definitely this orphaned energy, like someone has been abandoned or something has been abandoned. Honestly, this could be you guys abandoning the project that you've been working so hard for because you're not seeing things, you know, manifest in the time that you feel like it should have been. Definitely have patience for it, and that's just coming straight from me, because seriously, we've already went over divine timing, and you know, also, it's something that I've had to learn. And honestly, if you just release and allow yourself to be patient, things really do just start moving. And it's like, I was literally trying to force this to happen, and literally all I had to do is freaking relax. And then now it's just happening. Like, it just made me feel so dumb when it happened to me. But, you know, honestly, guys, tapping into this energy, wait it out. Now, some of you guys in terms of relationship are feeling orphaned, and you feel orphaned by your tribe, and maybe you've broken up with a friend, which to me can be almost worse than breaking up with like a boyfriend or girlfriend. Like, seriously, not having a friend in your life anymore, that's like intense. But you know, someone from your tribe, so this could be a family member, a parent, this could be, you know, a romantic relationship. I'm definitely feeling there's a sense of someone is being orphaned. Take it as it resonates. It could be on your end, it could be on the people around you end, meaning you could have cut them off or someone could have cut you off. But I'm definitely feeling this low vibration here. Don't sit in this energy too long. Easier said than done, but try not to, because it can influence your manifestation. And then we have the no place like home card. So honestly, I feel like you guys, Gemini, are trying to figure out your place. Like, you're trying to figure out your spot. You're trying to figure out who your new tribe is, you know, what you're kind of meant to do from here, who you're meant to hang out with from here. Like, who is my family now? Like, family meaning friends, you know, relationship, like who do I have now? Or, you know, I don't know. There's just like this element of loneliness, which, you know, Gemini, the twins, typically you always have you, and then if all else fails, you still have you because there's two of you. But honestly, it can suck. It can suck to lose people. Some of you guys are afraid of, or I'm sorry, some of you guys are perfectly fine being alone. Like, I just heard somebody darn near yell out like, and okay, like, but I'm fine, like, I don't care. I love that about Gemini. You guys really do. Have you heard like that saying 10 toes? Like, you guys really do stand on 10 freaking toes. Like, you guys are awesome. My favorite aunt is a Gemini. Love her. You guys tend to be misunderstood too. Like, people think you're cold and heartless, but you're really not. Anyways, individuality, ownership, and acceptance are the cards that we have for you. So, acceptance. You are ready to release control of situations or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. So honestly, this sounds like you've let go of someone, or you've let go of something and you've really kind of released it. And now you're like, okay, the universe said I had to release that to get my next thing, when really you just had to release that. You know, it wasn't like, okay, promised, if you release this, someone else is going to walk into your life. That isn't always how it works. So in terms of friendships, family, whoever it resonates to, romantic situations, some of you guys are just like, okay, I did everything I was supposed to do. I let go of, you know, what's his face, and I completely released them. Where's my new thing? When really it's like, you've only started that process. You've only started that process. They had to be released for a reason, or this thing that was in your life that wasn't serving you had to be released for a reason. But the universe never really promised that it was just going to send someone else right away. For one, divine timing does matter, so they have to kind of be on the same accord for it to work out. But for two, you know, whatever you released just had to be released. You weren't releasing it for something better. You were releasing it because it wasn't good for you. And maybe the universe is kind of feeling like there's no acknowledgement of that, or you're not making that connection where it's like you weren't just getting rid of this person or this thing just to get something better. This wasn't good for you. And it's kind of just like that. ownership. You acknowledge your misdeeds and accomplishments alike and learn to love them all as lessons. So to be completely honest, I see you guys taking ownership over your own life. Typically Gemini doesn't struggle with that at all. You guys really are leaders. You really are. But with that ownership energy, it's like you're taking responsibility for whatever kind of happened. And honestly, this kind of feels like a rough time. It doesn't have to be. For all of you, it isn't a rough time, but some of you guys are really kind of struggling with the transition of it all. It's like you're really kind of in the thick of the storm, and it's like so many things happening, yet nothing really. Yeah, I get that. But let's keep going and see what else comes up. Individuality, you leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. Yeah, it's like you're forging alone. And the thing is, with taking responsibility, you're taking responsibility just so you can then move on. If you say, you know what, instead of this person, because that was a huge thing for me. I used to blame, you know, my partners for everything that went wrong in our relationships. And then I started to realize, if I take responsibility for, okay, but this initially started with you because you saw this and this and this red flag, which is a long process to even get to that point. But you know, you saw this and this and this red flag, and you continue to indulge in this connection. I can then forgive myself, and I can then let go and move on, instead of feeling like someone owes me an apology or someone did something wrong to me. If I can say, you know what, in some way I wronged myself and take responsibility for that, then I can actually move on. Okay, so we have media, listen only to love, and prosperity. There it is. Listen only to love, media, and prosperity. Honestly, Gemini, what I can recommend right now is just feel all the feels and have faith in your manifestations. Those are the main concepts coming through for you guys. And to be honest, with that orphan energy, it's not fair. It doesn't feel fair. Yeah, I'm acknowledging that in full. It doesn't feel fair. It feels like something, how can I explain this? It definitely feels like you guys were wronged, or take it as a resonance. If you're the person who let go of someone else, well, they'll be all right. All right, listen only to love. Listen, you can only take care of yourself. At the bottom of this one, it says, don't allow fear to distract you from your divine mission. Exactly. And that's the energy I was getting before. It's like, you guys don't have to force this to happen. Don't allow your fears to keep you away from what it is that you're desiring, keeping you away from the life that you want to live. Like, I just feel like you guys are moving on, and it's like the wheels are finally turning in a good direction, or in a direction that you've always kind of wanted to go. Don't allow any of these things to kind of pull you back, or keep you tethered and tied and weighed down. Prosperity, your actions have resulted in incoming abundance. I mean, seriously, that's literally exactly what we were talking about before, where it's like, you've already done your part. You've already done the work. Just allow it to manifest from here. And then we have media, which is really kind of left field, but interesting. You can reach more people by working with video, audio, print, and online media, Gemini. So you guys may want to start working on something new in one of those categories. But yeah, babe, that was your spread. Trust the process, okay? DM my Instagram in the description below if you'd like a private tarot reading. You can ask whatever question you want. Like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and comment below what video you want to see next. I love you, Gemini. Be careful what you wish for, and I will see you in the next one.